Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things fandom, but we talk about them in a positive way. If that's something that appeals to you, you've come to the right place. This is Something Saturday, where we just talk about something we didn't get to talk about the rest of the week. And today we're going to be discussing the 1981 movie Bloody Birthday. So let's jump right into it. So with tomorrow being my birthday, I thought I would share one of the many movies I do watch on occasion on my birthday. I have a whole list of movies I watch on any particular holiday, and my birthday is no exception. I always try to find those movies that take place on someone's birthday and watch them on mine. Just one of the rituals that I do. Now, as someone who is a complete movie fan, I look for all genres, but the one we're going to talk about today is a slasher film called Bloody Birthday. It is a 1981 film. The movie starts on June 9th, 1970, when two boys and a girl are born. Curtis Taylor, Debbie Brody, and Steven Seton. Now, they're born during a solar eclipse, and this, of course, leads to them not having some of their personality. Well, flash forward to 10 years later on June 1st, 1980, a young couple is murdered, and they don't know who the assailants are. The next day, one of the students and his older sister begin to put together the events that are happening around them, which is that these kids, as their birthday approaches, are becoming more and more violent. One of the things in this movie that makes it kind of fell a lot in terms of the way people look at it is there's no mystery. You know who the killers are immediately from the beginning. You just do. There's not a surprise here. You know what's going to happen before it happens, and the box art and the description gives it away. So, in terms of actual spoilers for the movie, there are some things that happen within the movie that are a little surprising at times, but it is a straightforward slasher film with kids as the slashers. People might not like the idea of evil kids in movies, but I'm going to tell you this. Some of the movies that have evil kids in it are some of the scariest movies I've seen. The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin is really one of the more terrifying movies about evil children that I've seen. And then, of course, the original Omen is also a really good one. It does predate The Good Son by a long way. But this movie never really picks up, and it never really does what it sets out to do. What it does have is a gimmick that works. And if you like movies like The Bad Seed, then this one is definitely worth checking out. Even if you don't enjoy it immensely, you're still going to find some elements within the movie to enjoy. One thing that I always found intriguing about this movie is, as a child of the 80s, I grew up watching MTV when MTV was mostly music. There was a show called Just Say Julie that had Julie Brown, and then also there was another DJ named Julie Brown, but we're not talking about her. We're talking about the redheaded actress comedian Julie Brown, who had her own show on MTV, Just Say Julie. She actually has a part in this movie as one of the children's sister. And it's really fun to watch her in this movie because you're seeing a very young Julie Brown pre-being a comedian. Now, her scenes aren't funny and the acting in this movie is not amazing, but it is sort of the gimmick of this movie that these kids are indeed the killers. So if you are looking for just light-hearted fun, it's not really all that spectacular, this movie might be the way to go. I mean, this is one of those movies that I think if they remade today, they could have a lot more fun with. If they remade this movie today, potentially they could do a lot more with it. And of course, it would have a couple sequels if it was made today, whether it was good or bad. Because a movie like this, where the killers look innocent, is something that would terrify audiences today a lot more than it did during this time. I think that this movie just kind of handled itself in a way that makes it a little less likable. The kids aren't likable at all, and they don't even fake being likable in the movie. There's times when you look at them and you just know that you can't wait for their demise because these children are pure evil. But the movie is intriguing to watch, and I do watch it sometimes during my birthday because it is one of those movies that has birthday in the title. So if you have not seen this movie, you could do worse than checking it out. It does have a few elements of surprise. So overall, I give the movie 2.5 stars. But the only reason I give it 2.5 stars is the mystery isn't there. You know who the killers are right from the beginning, and for me, that was a big takeaway from the movie. I didn't want to know that they were the evil ones right from the very beginning. I wanted to believe that quite possibly they were innocent, and then find out about halfway through the movie or so that they were in fact killing people. But we don't ever get that. Almost instantaneously, we're told, and in the box art itself, in the description of the movie, it tells you exactly what to expect. So because it lacks that mystery, I give it 2.5 stars. But I do suggest that you watch every movie that I talk about, because while I may not have enjoyed this movie as much as I enjoyed some, I'm curious to see what other people thought of this movie. So go ahead and watch. Let me know what you guys think. As always, we want to know what you guys think, so leave us a comment in the comment box below. Let us know what you think. Make sure you share this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of the conversation as well. Hit that like button as hard as you can. It's free. It helps the channel. We appreciate it. Miko says we need more subscribers. You don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. And friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows that fandom is family.